I just purchased this property at foreclosure. I bought it sight unseen. I paid $15,000. Today, you're gonna walk back through with me and see the before and afters. I just completed the remodel. Come on, let's take a look around the exterior first. Come on. Not too good. This home was really overgrown when I first bought it. And at that purchase price, $15,000, I sat on this property a while. I had second thoughts about possibly not even remodeling it and maybe selling to another investor just because of the amount of work that was gonna be needed here. The roof, I didn't realize it, but when I got on the inside, the roof was completely caved in the kitchen. We had to completely recover the subroof before we came back on with a new black metal roof. We ended up putting a fresh coat of white paint all the way around it. We went with the raised 6-inch letters. I like these. These are more modern. Sometimes you see these on the more modern homes. There was a door right here, which was weird. It exited out of the master bedroom. We ended up deleting this door, covered it with vinyl. We'll take a look at the inside in just a minute and I'll show y'all how we added a bedroom and added a bath. So right back here, there was a chain link fence. It was set up kind of odd. I debated on whether we should come back with a new one or just completely remove it. We decided to completely remove it to open the yard up a little more. So brand new AC, of course. This home is like brand new. Everything is new on it. Right up here on the roof, it was pretty bad, especially on the other side, on the kitchen side. It was like the roof had caved in and it was continually leaking. I didn't realize just how bad it was until I got on the inside. When I got on the inside, something else that was odd, I found out the power was on to the refrigerator. Now this home hadn't been lived in some time, but evidently a squatter or somebody had been staying in this home. They had somehow got power from the power line in the house, illegally, not legally. You don't see that too often. We're gonna enter in and I'm gonna show y'all just what we did to this home and how it looked before the remodel. This was one of those that was really bad. So when I first entered in, this right here, all the drywall up here had completely come down. This fridge right here, it wasn't actually me that found out the electricity was on. I sent my guy over here and he said, Aaron, there is a light on in that fridge. I said, no way. That house hadn't been lived in for some time. Then later we found out somehow somebody had got in here, jumped the power line and got power in here and had been staying in here. Here in the kitchen, we ripped out all the cabinets. We had to do a good bit of structural work behind the cabinets before we could hang the new cabinets. So we went with shaker style cabinets and then we went with black 6-inch bar pulls. I usually like to go with black, bronze, or brushed nickel. Sometimes whether you're installing new cabinets or refacing the cabinets, I would say some bar pulls will add some pop. This laundry room was pretty bad off. We had to do a lot of structural work back behind here. We had to do a lot of structural work up here. There was a major leak in here. Something I didn't mention on this home, because it was leaking so bad, it smelled very bad. There was a good bit of mold in here. This was a nasty house. This is a house that I had actually referenced on a prior video, one that was really bad. This was one that I sat on for some time. Because of what I paid, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to start this reno or not. Maybe I should sell this to another investor that can maybe jump on it a little quicker than I can, considering the jobs I was managing at the time I first purchased this property. I'm going to show y'all just how we converted this to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So originally when I purchased this, it was a 2-1. We went with all new LED canless lights throughout the home. I personally like the LED canless lights. The reason why is because they sit flush up in the ceiling. They're super bright, they look sleek. So first bedroom here, as normal, I went with LVP in the high traffic areas, carpet in the bedrooms. This bedroom pretty much is the way it was. Fresh coat of paint all the way through, new ceiling fan. Now, right down the hallway here, this is where we made the conversion. So this was one big bedroom. I talked to my guy, I said, can you relay this out? He said, Aaron, I got you. He did just that. I came back after about 3 weeks. He had completely drew out a new floor plan. He dropped the wall right here, made this the master with a bath. So this was only one bath before, the bath being right here, just one guest bath. Then he was able to add this bedroom. Something that I was concerned about is, with my guy, when I spoke to him, is can you add another bedroom and each of the bedrooms have adequate space? We were able to make that happen. So this is a decently sized bedroom. One of the bedrooms we added for the master. This is also a nice sized bedroom. And what I'm really proud of is that we were able to add another bath off of this master bedroom. New carpet in this master, fresh coat of paint all the way throughout. New vanity right here. New lighting, new toilet. Now this corner shower, usually I like to go with a shower tub combo, but due to the space we had in here, because we were a little bit limited on space, we ended up having to go with a corner shower. But I'm really happy that we were able to add a whole bath with a shower to this master bedroom. This is where we were able to delete this door. So previously, a door exited right out of the master bedroom. I don't personally like that too much. It was taking up additional unnecessary space. So we were able to completely delete it. You can't even see where it was originally now. So previously this was more so a galley bathroom, I guess you could say. So you walk straight in, it went all the way to the wall, and I don't know if I remember right off, I think there may have been a door on that side. So a door here and then a door out into the master bedroom. I didn't like that too much. So we were able to separate, put a wall right in here, divide these bathrooms up, and add 2 full baths to this home. Why would I want to convert a home where I can to a 3-bed, 2-bath versus a 2-1? Because that's going to add a lot more to it. It's more practical sometimes to have 2 bathrooms if you can have that. It's going to sell better. $15,000 purchase price on this one, $75,000 reno budget, $90,000 all in. I hope to sell this property for around $130,000, $140,000. Sometimes it's hard to know what exactly you can sell a property for until it sells. This property took a little longer than I wanted. We were close to a year, but I was a little back and forth, as I mentioned on this one, whether I wanted to continue forward or not, considering what I paid and just how bad it was. Now that it's finished, I'm happy with how it's turned out. I'm hoping we'll have a decent sale price and this will be a profitable flip. I went on the market at $159,900. After being on the market for 39 days, I accepted an offer for $147,000 for a total profit of $54,000 after closing costs. Overall, I'd say that's pretty good. I consider that a win. That's a little better than what I was expecting. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you have any suggestions for the show.